Who's going to do my washing? I'd never done my washing before in my life. Who's going to do it now? My ironing? Who's going to do my ironing? Cooking, cleaning, who's going to do it? But you very quickly fit in and you just get on with it. To me, the university experience is about making the most of every single opportunity that it throws at you. I mean, clearly the academic side of things is really important. You're going to study a degree and hopefully you're going to walk away with that degree 3 years later, but there's a lot more to university than that degree. That degree alone isn't going to guarantee you that job. So taking part in volunteering, for example, getting hands-on experience in the field that you want to go into. Plan your 3 years at university and tailor your 3 years at university to really meet your own personal needs. And I think that's something that at Chester they take very, very seriously. Employability is a really important factor. I'm really enjoying life after university. The last 2 years have been absolutely hectic. There's been a lot going on. I've went travelling around Europe with some friends from university. I got engaged last year, and in fact next week I'll be a married man. I think the best thing about my job is primarily the fact that you go home at the end of the day and you know you've helped somebody. It gives you that sense of satisfaction and you feel like you're making a difference. But I think in addition to that, it's what seems to be quite a mundane shift. You could go through 6-7 hours or maybe 8 hours with nothing happening. Suddenly quite a serious incident might occur. You have to respond very quickly. You have to think on your feet. And what can be quite a stressful situation, you just hold on to the fact that at the end of that day, in a roundabout way, you will have helped somebody. And you can go home feeling good about that. Initially, I had no intention of going to university. Back when I left sixth form, it was very much, it's not really for me, didn't see the point, saw it as a lot of money. And I was very much of the opinion, because I already had a job at the time, I was asking myself the question, well, is it really necessary? So it was something that none of my family had done before. So I wasn't really fancying it, it wasn't really for me. But at the time I was working for the police in Milton Keynes, and my inspector at the time suggested that I went to university. He suggested that it would improve my employment prospects later in life, it might help me to go through management. So really it was on the back of his recommendation that I went and thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. And as soon as I had a look at Chester, I just fell in love with the place, fell in love with the sense of community, fell in love with the course. And as a place to live, Chester was absolutely amazing. So I thought, we'll give it a go. It motivated me in terms of, I thought, I've embarked on a journey now. This is a new journey that I'm starting. It's a challenging journey, but my motivation really comes from the fact that whatever happened, I was going to succeed in that journey and make sure that I walked away at the end of that 3 years with a really strong degree, but also a fantastic experience. The biggest problem for me was leaving home. My mum isn't very well, she's got a chronic illness. That very, very nearly stopped me going to university. But mum pushed me and mum said, it's the best thing for you, I want you to go. So I took that huge step and I went. Fortunately, the friends you meet at university are fantastic. The departments at the university are also fantastic. So when things do get hard, which inevitably they will at some point, there are lots of people around you to help you and lots of departments to support you as well. When I started at the University of Chester, my career idea was very much centred on staying with the police and hopefully using my degree to progress through management. And 2 years after graduating, I'm still with the police now. But what my degree did was really open my eyes to other avenues and other new ideas. And in my final year, I completed a dissertation looking at cyberbullying and internet safety. And I became really passionate about that topic. And one of the things I didn't want to do was leave university with all of this experience and not put it to practice. So my career aspirations have changed slightly now. I've recently set myself up a business. I'm now a self-employed trainer and consultant, and I'm working with professionals who work with children and young people, as well as going into schools and working with children themselves, and using that direct knowledge, direct experience of my dissertation and what I learnt at university, and applying that to deliver workshops and training on internet safety, on cyberbullying and related issues, to try and protect children and improve the way that professionals work with children today. But I think all of us at Chester not only went away with that piece of paper, we went away as friends for life. We went away with a fantastic experience that I think all of us will keep with us and will draw on throughout the rest of our lives.